Ole had scribbled something on the back of an envelope, and somebody saved it as a souvenir, and they'll sell it when they die and their estate is turned over. And on the back of Ole's autograph, it'll be the Black Scorpion was so and so.
Jim Barnett.
Well, here's an interesting segue from Barnett to another annoying individual. Brian, you know, I hate to even blow this, but it's already blown. It's not coming out the way that I wanted it to come out. But a bunch of people started tweeting us, yesterday or day before? Oh my God, you're gonna hate this. Oh my God, this is gonna make Jim Cornette so mad. Apparently, our favorite tag team, the ones that we've been talking about so much lately, that we've been giving such creative team names to, trying to help their careers by giving them a name that, as JR would say, that you can hang your hat on, something they can be identified by. Old Jelly Nutella and Sonny Kiss. And you know, so we've been trying to come up with these, and the Cult of Cornette has helped coming up with these various team names, something may be marketable for these two. And they put out on Twitter that they had gotten permission to use the name, the New Midnight Express. Old Jelly's social team, I'm not sure what his mother's name is. We know Trent's mom's name, Sue, but we don't know it. I guess she sews, by the way. She's a seamstress. Sue sews.
Is that true, or are you making a joke? I don't even know.
That's the old... What is your sister? My sister, Sue? She sews. So see. It's the old fucking Ed Sullivan routine. Oh, never mind. Anyway. So we don't know what Jelly's his social team's name is, but she put out the graphic and everything, and this announcement, and his fans are so stupid that they believed this. Somebody made him a graphic of him and Sonny and put the name The New Midnight Express on the bottom of the graphic, and he has his mom tweet that out, and people lost their minds because his fans were stupid enough to believe it. And then these off-brand wrestling sites pick it up. Oh, Cornette's oh my God, he's gonna go bullshit. It's a rib, people. It's a rib. I hate to break it to you, but this was never going to happen. Because for one thing, in the category of I know something you don't know, thanks to, and apparently that Jelly doesn't know, or didn't, he knows now, the paperwork is already at the trademark office. If anybody... And this predates this occurrence of yesterday. If anybody is going to be using the Midnight Express in professional wrestling in any way, shape, or form, it's going to be Jim Cornette, Bobby Eaton, Stan Lane, or Dennis Condrey. Now, but here's the thing. That's why everybody's waiting for me to blow up, and I didn't blow up because I knew, first of all, he's a complete idiot. He didn't get that permission. He just put something out on Twitter because somebody made him a cute graphic. Secondly, he couldn't if he wanted to because of said same trademark. And thirdly, this is where I differed. I differed in my opinion with our legal expert and legal eagle, Stephen P. New. I say, you know what? Because Stephen said, I'm going to send him a cease and desist. I said, don't do it yet. Because if we know Jelly's fans are stupid, because if they weren't stupid, they wouldn't be Jelly's fans. And we know that some of these cut and paste off-brand wrestling news sites are stupid because they picked it up and ran with it. I'm willing to think that somebody in AEW is stupid too. And if they are that stupid, then just to poke at me and the Cult of Cornette, because we number so greatly, we affect their television ratings and people's opinions, because we are, what are we now, Brian? We're one of those influencers you hear about, the social media we're influencing people's opinions. I said they might, to get even with me, because I live in their heads, and the view is horrible, folks. The view is terrible from inside these people's heads. Filled with cobwebs, chewing gum, and broken dreams. You can't see anything. But anyway, I said, let them do it one time, Stephen. Let them call themselves that one time, and then we can get them, and they are backed by this national, or this billionaire, and they're on this national TV cable network. We can make a settlement for $5, $6, maybe $5 to $7 million for them impinging upon our trademark. And he said, no, I'm an honorable man. And we've talked about Stephen P. New, and we'll do the plug here. He may not get his music. He's doing a run-in. And the first rule of doing a run-in is you don't get your fucking music. But Stephen P. New at newlawoffice.com, 888-692-8084. I know a lot of you people may not have these outlaw mud show goofballs running around trying to infringe on your trademarks, but he can help you with a variety of legal issues. He has so many times in the past. He's a fine, upstanding citizen of the great state of West Virginia, and he has helped so many of the people there and around the world, and he can help you too. But Stephen P. New has a slogan that we've talked about. He said, I will give any man one chance to do the right thing, and after that, I will fuck him up. So Stephen P. New, just to make sure that there was no legal problems whatsoever between the Cornette organization and the AEW organization, he called up, and I can't pronounce this young lady's first name. I don't want to butcher it, but the head of legal at AEW, he called her up, and he had her number because she's been in contact with him before a time or two about some things. So he returned a favor and he contacted her about this. And this was after hours. He had to get her on a private line. And he just let her know that they were messing around with trademarked information or names or personalities, etc. And of course, there was no plan from AEW to do this, and it was just, Jelly's basement broadcasting. But they're aware now, so they're not going to obviously do it now. She has assured him that there is absolutely no plan whatsoever for that to take place. But I think we should have waited and see if they were suckers enough. So once again, folks, if you need legal representation, a man that will give anybody the first chance to do the right thing and then fuck them up afterwards, Stephen P. New, newlawoffice.com, 888-692-8084. And so that's the way it was left from the head of legal. But, I'm just thinking that I know I've worked in the office for the World Wrestling Federation at the time that it was the largest wrestling promotion in the world. I've worked in WCW under Turner Broadcasting when it was at least the second largest promotion in the United States. I worked for Jim Crockett Promotions when it was the second largest promotion in the United States. I've worked for a lot of not only the number one, but a lot of different number twos. The number one never changes. The View never changes, baby. But it's never been a popular thing, Brian Last, for the lawyer, the legal beagle, the Jerry McDivitts of the world, or the John Taylor back in the old Crockett days, or the various heads of legal for these companies. It's never pleasant for them to get after-hours phone calls or communications on a professional basis from other attorneys about the probably most insignificant member of the roster of the particular company in question. So I'm not sure that maybe, what does hot jelly taste like? Because I'm thinking that jelly getting hot over there at All Friends Wrestling. But I don't want to be accused. And by the way, anybody else thinking about any of these other little trademark issues, or we're just going to, draw a cock and balls and stick it in Cornette's eye or whatever. Not only is Midnight Express trademarked, but my name and my face are my own, and paperwork proves that. So for anybody else trying to fuck around, save yourself some issues. But anyway, I don't want to for people to think that I'm punching downward, because Jelly is so far down there, I can't wipe my feet on him without fucking digging a hole. I'm going to give him another name that they can use to replace the new Midnight Express that they can't use. Because I think this, we went through a number of them, Brian, but I think this one really sums up the team and is something that people will remember, and it's a nod to pop culture. I think this is the one they ought to go with. Are you ready for this one?
I don't know.
The new tag team name for Jelly Nutella and Sunny Kiss. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is the winner. It's always sunny in Janella. It sums it up.
One of the most disappointing things about this whole little desperate cry for social media attention is they're leaving money on the table not going with Sharp Foundation. That has proven to be very popular with the listeners.
That was one of the more popular candidates. But
let alone the Exotico and Express.
I still liked either Meth and Makeup or Smucker Up and Kiss, but you favored Technicolor Yawn.
Yes. You and Steven are both too nice. I would have already sued just for confusion in the marketplace and diluting the strength of the trademark by having any association with a job team in AEW. And I feel bad for Sunny Kiss, actually. From everything I've ever heard, a very nice guy getting dragged down by this 12-year-old girl who keeps trying to punch up and get attention. Jesus.
Well, Pippi Longstocking didn't work out as a gimmick, so he's floating aimlessly. He's bouncing from side to side of the basement trying to figure out how to present himself, and I think the best way would probably be at Jiffy Lube with his hat in hand and a promise to work hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that your favorite podcaster rejected you and tells the truth about you. Try to find something to move on with your life.
Don't try to make
Go work at Wawa.
Wawa. Yeah. And by the way, that's a regional thing, you're aware.
It is.
A lot of people are going, Wawa. Wawa is a convenience store in the Northeast, ladies and gentlemen. The Wawa, W-A-W-A. And they sell sandwiches. And then when you find out how much all of their stuff is, that's what the sounds you make. Wah, wah.
What's also gas? Depending on the location, they also have.
Yeah, you get plenty of gas as soon as you eat one of their sandwiches. All right.